Hello and welcome to MTV, where this week's word is now, N-O-W, submitted by Joanna Rivera. And she had said that she wanted this word to help her keep from procrastinating and to remember Ephesians 3:20. So I want to give you 4 now statements. So now is the time, first, to dream big dreams. You know, Mark Batterson in his book, The Circle Maker, says that if our dream is only large enough that we can actually accomplish it, then it's probably insulting to God, because we want it to be big enough that the only way that we can achieve it or accomplish it is for God to help us to do that. So now is the time to dream big dreams. The second thing is now is the time to develop your plan. In order to actually go from point A to point B, you need to develop a plan. For your business, that might be answering the question, how much money do I want to make in 2013? If you want to make $10,000, that means you need to do 1 home show a week. Roughly, if you want to make $20,000, 2 home shows a week. If you want to build income through the commission side of our business, then you would want to set and have a plan for sponsoring jewelers this year. I know my personal plan is to hold minimally 60 home shows and to sponsor 10 new jewelers in 2013. So now is the time to develop that plan. Another area that came to me as I was thinking about planning is in our personal finances. Maybe you want to have a plan for getting out of debt. Well, in order to get out of debt, you've got to know exactly where you are. How much debt are you in, so that then you can write or develop a plan for what you're going to do step by step to get from where you are to where you want to be. So important to actually develop a plan. So now is the time to dream big dreams. Now is the time to develop the plan. Thirdly, now is the time to act on that plan. A plan means absolutely nothing, even if we've written it down, if we don't actually do something to move ourselves towards accomplishing it. You don't want to wait around for results. See, oftentimes we set a plan and we say, well, I'm not getting the results, so I won't plant the seeds. For example, I want to sponsor 10 new jewelers. Well, I've not sponsored anyone since the first of the year, so I could say, well, my plan's not working, so I stop sharing the business. And ultimately, I'll never get results because I'm not doing what I need to do right now in order to actually even see results. So you need to act on your plan regardless of your results. You need to act and then trust God to bring about the results. And we talked about that in the very first MTV, where I said, trust in the Lord with all of your heart, leaning not on your own understanding, but in all of your ways acknowledging Him, and let Him direct your path. So as you're acting on your plan, allow God to help you and to direct your path along the way. And that leads me in this little segment to encourage you, act on your plan by faith. Likely, or if you're dreaming big dreams and you're developing a plan, you're going to need to act on your plan by faith. What does that mean? That means you are willing to do what you need to do with a certain amount of uncertainty as to the result that will come. Why? Because you have faith that God is able to do what maybe you are incapable of doing, but He certainly is able to accomplish. Fourthly, now is the time to work. Work. It's such a valuable word. You know, I grew up in a home where my dad, for 10 years, between my kindergarten and my 9th grade, he was self-employed. And when I look back now, I think he really taught me the value of work. He and my stepmom were out before sunrise, did not get home until after sunset, because he was a commercial fisherman. And as a family, we would work on Saturdays and holidays and spring breaks. And I can look back now and I'm so thankful thankful for my parents teaching me the value of what it means to work hard. And so it is for us in our business. We have to choose to make those phone calls, even if we don't like to be on the phone. We have to choose to schedule home shows and opportunity presentations. We have to choose to persist until we have our calendar where we want it. You know, just to give you an example, when we moved to Texas, we were acting on faith that this was God's plan for us. This is where He wanted us. And in that first really year and a half, I had to persistently and consistently work diligently to even keep shows on my calendar. And now I look and I'm so thankful that I'm beginning to see the calendar in the way that I was used to before we left Florida. So it's so important. Now is the time to work. Work your business consistently and persistently in order to see the results that you desire. So we've talked about 4 things. Now is the time to dream bigger dreams. Now is the time to develop that plan. Now is the time to act on that plan. Now is the time to work. May I encourage you this week, work while you are able. Why? Because your health might fail tomorrow. I was just speaking with a jeweler tonight whose mom's body is racked with cancer. So work while you are able. Secondly, I want you to work now and to do these things now while you have the time, because we are not guaranteed another day. And finally, now is the time to believe that God will empower you to succeed. You know, that's our name for our group, Glitzy Gems, and GEMS stands for God Empowers Me to Succeed. And I want to leave you with Ephesians 3:20. It says, now, as in therefore, after all of these things have been said, now unto Him who is able to do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ever ask or think or imagine, according to the power that is at work within you. Trust God to empower you to succeed. Now is the time. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you back here again next week on MTV.